in pharmaceutical, skincare. Looking at the China. So they're responsible for the pharmaceutical, skincare, and cosmetic. So they take up to 20% of the market share. And how many years this company lasted? I know you know the answer. 100 years. This company lasted 100 years in that very competitive business sector, which means they are the best out there, know-how, to come up with the skincare, pharmaceutical, and the cosmetics. And you, me as a Korean, the Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute, unknown. I didn't even know this institution existed. But later I figured it out. 50% of the electricity provided in Korea coming from here, provided from here. One of the sector, radiation fusion technology, that's where our product has been born, invented. Creeds, why do you think I showed this slide? What's the connection between those pictures? What this picture looks like for the people who came for the first time? Korean food? Yeah, it's a Korean food because it's a kimchi, but not ordinary Korean food. It's a space Korean food. So it's a space food. Food, something you won't be able to find it in a retail market. This food is especially made for the astronauts. But amazingly, how many countries we have so far in the whole world? 290 something listed. Out of those countries, only 3 countries licensed to manufacture space food. Korea, Russia, USA. So when people ask me, Aeri, how can you tell me that your product is one of the best? To be honest, I'm not a scientist. I don't really have great deal of science because I'm rather a mathematic person, not a science person. But me, without any knowledge about science or anything, you know what? They know how to make a space food. So I'm sure with the technology, if they made our product, I think no question to be asked. Because we do have a top-notch quality where not even a single country can't duplicate or copy. He's the one, our sports star, who created our hemohim and the skincare, also behind of this space food. Anybody tried hemohim? Most of everybody. Yeah, I see hands up, most of the people. How do you feel? Good? See, that's why your eyes like a twinkle. That's what happened with hemohim. Hemohim, it's not first made for us. Hemohim is made for the scientists working in AERI, the Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute. But since those scientists exposed to radiation every day, the government wants to protect them. That's why they ask the scientists, you know what, we're going to give you the money to research a food option to make your immune system strong. Because what they believed, if you do have a strong immune system, nothing to really worry about. When you have a strong immune system, it means you have a whole soldier ready to fight for all those viruses coming into you. So when you have a strong immune system, even though you're exposed to, Chakra virus or SARS before, your body ready to fight for it. And even people, like this is most common after use of hemohim. When you're coming down with a cold, people usually say, oh, I was sick I was sick for a couple of days or a whole week, whole months. After hemohim, my sick days has been shortened. For me, if I know, you know that you're coming down with the cold symptoms, like kind of itchy throat, and kind of runny nose, you know it. For me, if I have this symptom, I usually take 2 or 3 pouches of hemohim one night. Because you usually take 1 in the morning, 1 at night, but I take extra. And what happens in the morning? My symptoms are gone. To be honest, I can't afford to get sick because I'm busy sharing Atomy to everybody, and I cannot go there by coughing, right? So I'm taking extra hemohim, and it really does magic. And I think we should really have a 1-day hemohim sharing day. I'm sure even 1 hour, it's not going to be enough for everybody to come up and sharing your own experience, how you got better with them. So why is this product so great? Like I mentioned, scientists is the one who made it for themselves at first. So of course, they're gonna find all those great ingredients. For 8 years, they tested Anybody gonna help me to pronounce that one? Wow, maybe medical background. Okay, so you're extracting good ingredient from there and good ingredient from there. So you have a 3 good ingredients, no toxins, and you amplify it and it becomes a new substance never existed in this world before. Therefore, we're able to get patents. Korea, Europe, Japan, and USA, now even in Canada. So by taking hemoim, like I mentioned, you're having a soldier ready to fight for those viruses that can get into your body. So it increases the NK cell vitality, enhance cytokine production, enhance immunity, immunocyte vitality. And another thing, the benefit I got from hemoim, my allergy, gone. So people with the allergy, what it means, your immune system kicking too much. You're having allergy reaction to something, which means your immune kicking too much. Hemoim, what it does, it modulates it. If it's too high, it will lower it down. If it's too low, they'll bring it out to the average level. So I'm hearing people from people who had a high cholesterol or diabetes problems, their up and down charts going average out. So who needs a hemoim? Basically everybody. Some people say, you know what? Doctor told me that I have a strong immune system. Anybody heard that? You heard it? Yeah, because I said this is good for immune system, and then one person really responded, oh, I went to check up last week and my doctor said that my immune system is very strong. So I don't know how they tested. That was a response. I'm not saying it, my doctor said it, so I don't need a hemoim. But even people who they think they have a strong immune system, think about the environment you're facing in. We're watching TV all the time. You're on the cell phone all the time. There's no guarantee that your immune system is gonna be strong all the time. That's why you need to take hemoim. You have to maintain the healthy immune system. And this is what we got last year. So happily we can get hemoim through online. So if the hemoim was really making you healthy from inside, of course you have to look beautiful. Because even though you take hemoim, people cannot really tell whether you're taking hemoim or not. Right? But once you take 6 skincare set, people kind of start asking you a question because you look different. And most people say you're blooming with the Atomy 6 skincare set. And why? Anybody received a new box? New set, new look? You have received it? I received once, but when I recently ordered, I got an old one. So I was like, that doesn't really make sense. Because when you saw the new one, of course you will always want the new ones, but I end up getting the old one. But it's okay, still Atomy. The reason I'm showing you a different slides, you know what Atomy did? Atomy ended up increasing the size of toner to 150 and eye cream to 40, because before it used to be 33. Have you seen any company increasing the volume and not increasing the price? I haven't lived a long life. I'm not that old. But I haven't seen any company give you more to customer, but not gonna get more money. First time. So when I explain that to even new customers, they have a kind of base trust of this company. So why this product make you blooming? There are 4 cutting technology. First one, high purification technology. What that is, basically easy concept. Atomy is not the first company adding herbal ingredient to your skincare. When you go around, even when you just go to Bay, cosmetic sector, there is a lot of cosmetic including herbal ingredients because they know it's good for your skin. But there are limitations of how much herbal extract you can add. What's the number? 0.01. So even though we don't know how much is 0.01, just by hearing the number, we know that's very minimal. So whatever the product you see out there, it says it's a herbal ingredient in it, only 0.01. Do you think companies trying to save up the money, not putting a lot of herbal ingredient? Not really. Technology barrier. If they put more than 0.01, what's going to happen? The skincare end up looks like a bit brown or smelly. I mean, Mina see over here, she shared it yesterday, but she used one of the ginseng. Ginseng Korean skincare. The one box usually costs $300. Literally, once you open it, you smell the ginseng. And then it's not pure clear, it's a bit yellowish. I even bought it for my mom. But at the time, oh my god, my $300 well spent it. Because when you open up, oh my god, you smell the ginseng. Of course, it's gonna work really well. When you don't know about this one, the reason you smell the ginseng and the reason the cream looks a bit yellowish because they cannot break down those smell and then colors. But Atomy, with the technology, what they did, they were able to eliminate the color, smell, and impurities. So it becomes a crystal clear. As a result, you're putting 500 times more good ingredient to our skincare. That's why you end up having a blue skin. It has to be. Because if you're using a skincare, only put 0.01% of purple, versus now they're putting 0.5, 500 times more. So you end up using a product 100 times better than any of the product you used before. Second, most of the skincare is very basic. You use oil and a water, but instead of regular water, what we're using it, all those beneficial herbs, they extract it and they make it as tea form, and that's what they use as a base. And we know what the fermentation technology, going through the fermentation process, we all eat kimchi. Nobody? Everybody. And once you first made kimchi, and then when you put it in the refrigerator, the taste changes. And of course, time goes long, smell changes too. So every time you open the refrigerator, the whole aroma spread around the room, which is not so pleasant. What they did, this mushroom went through the fermentation process. So we can imagine how funny smell can be. But with the technology, they know how to eliminate the smell of it. And they use the good ingredient to our nutrition. And I think this is the most important technology that we should be aware of it. Think about the product they used before Atomy. If you put a lotion on your skin, or anything on your skin, and if you put a little bit more, how does it feel? It feels heavy, and it feels kind of greasy. Don't you feel that? So you cannot put more than just like a 1 pump or 2 pumps. But in Atomy, seriously, this essence, even though I put 8 pumps, seriously 8 pumps at night, I don't feel greasy at all. And top of that, I put nutrition cream, eye cream, even something else, I don't feel greasy at all. Why? Because they have technology to cut the particle smaller than your pore size. So whatever you're putting it in, of course we cannot see, everything traveling deep down to your skin layers. And everything stored on the skin layers, and it starts working. So that's why even after you wake up in the morning, you probably wonder, what happened to my skin? You still feel moisturized. That's the whole secret. All those particles going deep down the layer of your skin, and it's working even while you're sleeping, while you're working. That's why your skin feels hydrated 25 hours. So our skincare consists of a toner. For men, if you're not really using an Atomy men, you can use a toner as an aftershave. It has a healing effect, because like I mentioned, we do use a lot of seven beneficial herbs. So you can use this one as an aftershave too. And eye cream, one of my favorite, and one of everybody's favorite. First, I love the size, because most of the eye cream that I used to buy, tiny. What was it? 15 milliliter, and expensive. It makes sense. That's why I didn't see any result. Since it's small, expensive, I tend to use it tiny bit. So of course it's hard to see a result. Now it makes sense. But Atomy, since the size is big and the price is so low, how much is it now? It's $22.50. But the quality, like I mentioned, is top notch quality. And you end up only paying the $22 with the price change. So even though I put 4 nutrition cream a month, it's still cheaper And Atomy lotion, one of the main ingredients is black astatic liquid. But what it does, it attracts moisture from the air. So that's why even though you're in front of the air conditioner or heater, your skin still feel hydrated. And our BB cream. So when you buy a whole 6 set as a box, BB cream, it's kind of coming as a gift. Everybody using our BB cream? Don't you love it? I used to use other types of BB creams before, but one main thing that I noticed that our BB cream feels so light. Because if you put other BB cream, of course coverage-wise it could be better because it's thick, and the whole day you feel kind of, I feel like you have a mask on it. But with this one, you don't even feel like you're wearing a makeup, but you're getting more compliments. Even though when I was using a more expensive BB cream, nobody complimented. But when I use Atomy, people start coming and ask, what foundation are you using it? What are you using it? And when I show our BB cream, they're all surprised. And then there's another reason people get surprised too. We all have a different type of skin tone, but we only have one BB cream. But it works for everybody. These days, I noticed that some men, they're also using our BB cream. You haven't noticed it? At the seminars, I can tell people wearing men, they start wearing a BB cream. Our BB cream, it has two different main functions. It protects you from a UV ray, and plus, it brightens your skin tone. That's why when you use our BB cream, people notice the difference. They really come and ask you, what are you using? Share your secret. Don't share the secret yet. Bring them over here. So if you want our skincare to really work on your skin, what do you need to do? You have to have a very clean face to start with. So how are you going to have that? With our Atomy evening care set. That's a new look of it. Nice, right? Nice. Colorful. Okay, deep cleanser. That's the first step. And people say, you know what? I don't wear makeup. I don't really use anything every day. So do I really have to use a deep cleanser? My answer, yes. Because even if you just step out of the door, you're collecting dirt. Those dirt piling on your skin, that's what you're going to make your skin. Like dead skin plus wrinkles, all those problems happening in your skin. So you're going to remove that with a deep cleanser. And for the ladies who are using, waterproof mascara, sometimes they use special eye remover. Even you have to pay to buy the eye remover. Deep cleanser, you don't have to buy anything new. It works perfectly with your makeup remover, even with the very thick waterproof mascara. It works perfectly fine. Especially with the Atomy mascara. It works really well. So you remove all the dirt with a deep cleanser, first step, and you wash your face with a foam cleanser. Why are you going to love our foam cleanser? Because it's very economical. For the people who use very tiny bit, if you use it just for yourself, it can even last 1 year. And I even seen a consumer who called me back a year later just ordering a foam cleanser. I asked her, did it really last 1 year? And she goes, you know what? Honestly, if I squeeze, there's a little bit left, but I want to order in advance. But she didn't know that she can share with her husband. This foam cleanser can replace the shaving cream. So instead of buying a shaving cream, because it creates more foam, and it's much safer for your skin. So even men I know, they're really looking after their beauties. So switch it to foam cleanser. And then your washing is going to look much neater, right? No shaving cream, no foam cleanser. Remove the shaving cream, just put one foam cleanser. And peeling gel, I usually suggest use it at least once a week. At least. When you use that one and when you put up makeup next day, it feels way much different. Because your dead skin is removed already. Of course, that night, your skincare will absorb better. Therefore, your makeup will look way much better next day. And the peel-off mask. So this one you can use every day if you want to. And this is coming from Karina from her own experience. And it's really proven, oh my god, we see the difference. Her face getting really weak. What's the benefit of a peel-off mask? A peel-off mask? When you peel it, it gets instant lifting, plus it minimizes pores. Because one of the biggest problems for ladies, when you do a makeup, you see your pores. And you see, you got larger than yesterday, or you're just smaller. But by using a peel-off pack, you will minimize the pores. So if you want to use it every day, you can use it every day. And 1 hour after using our peel-off mask, you can still talk, you can still laugh. Some people don't make me laugh because I don't have extra income. But with our peel-off mask, not to worry. Not to worry. Okay, we have a coming care special set for the people who has a very sensitive skin or trouble skin. And this is for the acne-prone skin. If you have trouble skin, you can use that one. But even though you don't have a trouble, once in a while, you get some prices on your skin. You can have just the easy solution, the last one. You can even have that beside your skincare set. Then, whenever you have a surprises, before the party, you can come with that with the easy solution. And we do have a set for men too, but later I figured, first they try with the Atomy men, later they're also using a 6 skincare set. And we also have a hair and body set, something you need to use it every day. Conditioner, shampoo, body cleanser, hair tonic, now we have a different look. Hair tonic is for the people who are concerned about their hair loss. So it prevents hair loss and promotes the hair growth. And probiotic, we know it's must these days. Whenever you go to see a doctor, when they prescribe antibiotic, these days they also prescribe probiotic. Probiotic, what it does, it creates bacteria and tries